Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I wanted to welcome you to a new segment I'm going to be doing called Tiny Arcades, A Tiny History. You may be aware I do sell these items on our All for Gamers shop. These are the tiny arcades. Some people look at them, they think, oh, that's a fantastic bookend, or what they also are is a keychain as well. They're mostly right. They can be used for that. I actually like to think of them more as collector's items, which a lot of people would as well as a celebration of gaming's history. Now, I do have a few of the other ones behind me that we sell, not all of them. Miss Pac-Man, Space Invaders, as well as Pac-Man. Now, the bigger ones we'll get to a little bit later on, but we're focusing more on this segment for the tiny arcades. Now, I do want to talk about the history about these tiny arcades as well, because, again, it kind of gives them a little bit more of an importance as well. Now, when it comes to these tiny arcades, just to give you a short demo, they are fully functional. So they have a switch in the back, you switch them on, they work, they have the color LCD screen, they have full sounds, the joystick works, the buttons work, and you can see here, of course, the top lights up also. So nice little details here for the game. But I do want to kind of get into the history as well. So I'm going to give you a closer look right now. Space Invaders, which was originally going to be called Space Monsters, was released back in 1978 to arcades by a Japanese company called Taito, who was then also known for vending machines that served vodka and peanuts. Sometimes real life can be funnier than fiction. When Space Invaders first dropped, it was a huge commercial hit, and the gaming industry would be all the better for it. With a fixed shooter aspect, it has helped usher in a new genre, lovingly called the shoot 'em up, or, as a lot of gamers call it today, a shmup. Now, with the success of the arcade launch, it wasn't too long until Space Invaders finally found its way onto home consoles, like the Atari 2600, the Atari 5200, as well as the Atari 7800, to name a few. You might also think that Space Invaders was a one-off title, running for 40 plus years, but you'd be wrong. There are multiple sequels. Space Invaders Part 2, for instance, came out in 1979, where the invaders were introduced to the wonderful world of color. Return of the Invaders, that came out in 1985. Super Space Invaders, that came out in 1990. Space Invaders DX, that came out in 1994. And Space Invaders 95, that came out in, well, you kinda guessed it, 1995. Even in the current year of 2020, Space Invaders is going strong and is going to be releasing a new game collection called Space Invaders Forever. It's going to be set to release on December 11th. Now, for all this information here, Space Invaders has also grossed more than $13 billion since it first came out. That's making it the highest grossing video game of all time. If that doesn't deserve some respect, I don't know what does. That's it for the video, guys, and I appreciate you sticking around, hearing what I had to say about a very important title in gaming's history, Space Invaders. So it did lay a lot of groundwork here for a lot of shoot-em-ups to kind of follow in its path, and I find it really interesting. If you guys really like the content, do me a favor, check out our shop, check out one of these tiny arcades. If not for yourself, buy them for somebody else. The holidays are around the corner. These are perfect stocking stuffers for everybody here. What I'm going to do for you guys, I'm actually going to include a code for you guys on our website. At checkout, type in A4GZ and the number 10, and that'll give you 10% off of your total purchase here. Again, guys, let me know what you think. I appreciate you sticking around. You take care now.